What's up, guys? I'm going to go over this trade from this morning. It's Labor Day right now. So the market, it's doing what it does on bank holidays. I mean, it's not a lot going on right now. But I'm just going to walk through my mindset and what I was thinking and just my overview of the market going into taking this trade. And I'm just going to break it down for you guys, nice and slow. Going to just give you all my exact thought process. So, Um, always start on the higher time frames here. So actually, I took this trade on NQ. I normally trade ES, but since today's a bank holiday, I knew the moves wouldn't be very big. So I went ahead and traded NQ just to get more for, for what I'm doing. So um, if we break down, let's start on the daily time frame here on both of them, and we will just start from the very beginning here. So every morning I go on daily time frame and I just work my way down daily 4 hour and then sometimes 1 hour and then 5 minutes what I trade usually 5 minutes and then 1 minute. So we go on daily time frame here. We can see we if we mark out, let's see here. Yeah, so mark out this leg right here. Turn this magnet off. So this low to this high, we'll see that we traded back into discount. Actually, what am I? That looks weird. Just gonna redo this. Um, so we traded back into discount here, and we made off that move, off that bounce, a new leg higher. Made new all-time highs off this. So at this point, I'm still bullish. I'm bullish until the market gives me a reason not to be. There's no reason to be bearish right now. Um, I'm bullish or I'm expecting choppy, which is what we're getting. So um, as you guys see, we ended up displacing right here off that 50% Fibonacci, formed this fair value gap here, and then we traded into this fair value gap and we made new all-time highs. And at this point, after making those highs, when was that? The 28th. So a couple days ago, um, make all-time highs, and now we're just kind of figuring out what the markets want to do. We could see some more correction, um, or what I'm expecting us to go higher. The only thing is, it's kind of weird right now is NQ. We can see this is um, the exact same high right here that ES broke. NQ hasn't. So we have an SMT, a divergence on these bigger time frames here, which is bearish. But that doesn't mean the market's fixing to just freaking tank. I mean, it could, obviously, but that could also just be setting up um, a move for us to go back into discount before exploding higher. We don't really know what it's going to do, but I'm bearish until the market gives me a reason not to be. So, or I'm sorry, I'm bullish until the market gives me a reason not to be. So, overall, I'm bullish, right? So we start going lower in these time frames here, and it's really the same thing. I'm not, we started this buy model here, so we trade in a discount, displace off this, right, off 50% fib, form this massive fair value gap. We trade into this fair value gap, consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, and then we end up bouncing off and making new highs. So at this point, 6 o'clock, let's see. Yeah, like days like this, guys. I mean, it's so easy to read. Like I couldn't trade this day because I just couldn't for reasons I'm not going to talk about. But you know, this sell model right here that we're seeing into this Fibonacci retracement, this is complete after we bounce what we're going to bounce. Once we get this displacement off that to confirm that we are done with this sell model, that's done. You're bullish. You're looking for long setups. Like it's super, super, super easy if you use these buy models and you use them on the higher time frames. That's how you find what to do on the lower time frame as far as your entries and your exits, whatever. This stuff repeats on a daily basis. So back to this morning, kind of went off subject there. So I'm bullish, right? So we go to the 5 minute, and I'll just show you what I was looking at going into this morning. We'll take that off, and we will do this. So um, every morning I mark out the volume profile for the previous New York session. So today's Monday, so I'm gonna mark out the volume profile for Friday, right? That's the last New York session. So if we go over here, let's see. So Friday, 9:30 to 4 o'clock. That's New York session. That's 9:25. Not going to do that. 9, did it again. 9:30 to 4 o'clock. Going to mark that out. And there we have it. This is the volume profile. If you don't know what this is, it's showing us volume by price. So volume at each price level versus your standard uh, volume by time indicator down here. This is way more useful in my opinion. It's giving us way more data, way more insight into what's going on. So we have a pretty even distribution curve here from Friday, which this is why all we did was chop in this range. So we had a balanced day Friday, which isn't bad. Not the best trading conditions, but whatever. So we have that. So we're going to mark out the value high, point of control, and the value low. So point of control, that's the level where the most amount of volume in this session was traded at. Value high, that's the value high, value low, value low. All right. So mark that out, take this off because I don't care about it anymore. Um, so yeah, have those levels marked out. And at this point, so this is 9:30 right here, this candle. Ignore that. So like I was just saying, we're bullish. Overall, I'm bullish, right? The way I trade, since I'm bullish, I want to find a long setup. Now, you can use that bullish bias. Like for me to get a long setup, maybe I want to see a move lower to take out some lows or to go into discount or whatever before that move higher. You could trade that short setup. Even though you're trading against your bias is still helping you to figure out what that move's going to be, right? That's why the bias and the narrative is so important for you to understand. So yeah, so we have these lows right here, these equal lows. Market opens up here, and before this move higher, I'm wanting to see us sweep out these lows right here. All this generated liquidity, all this accumulation. There's a bunch of orders and crap sitting down here. I want to see us take those out, run those stops, whatever it is, and I want to see a move off of that, right? Which is what we're getting. And then the way we held our point of control, as you see, we're holding it beautifully. We close above it. Like this is perfect right here. And then from there, once we rip through this value high, we close above it, we start trending off of it. Um, Longs or money all day. You can target these highs up here, target whatever you want to target. Target discount of this leg here. Um, you know, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter, whatever your model is. But as long as we're above this value high and we're trading above it, the market's wanting to accept higher prices. It's accepting a bullish auction. And at this point, we could, longs are very, very safe. It goes in line with our narrative. Um, we traded into discount as well of this move here. Um, like all these things are lining up perfect for longs. This is what you want to see. This is why I'm still in this trade right now. So as you guys see, that move this morning, that opening candle, bounced the 61 or 618% retracement perfect. And that was the bottom of this move. Discount, bam. This is a buy model. We have the sell side of the curve here. We're starting to buy side of the curve here. This model, my first target, as a day trader would be this high here. Second target, this high here. And then the model at some point is going to complete once we take all these highs. But I don't, obviously we're not going to see that today. So you're targeting low hanging fruit as a day trader. Size accordingly, don't over leverage, but size enough to where you don't have to be holding these trades all day to make your money. Like You can just target this high, make your goal, not be over leveraging, and whatever. So um, that's the ES breakdown. NQ is pretty much the same thing. NQ is not as strong today as ES, of course, because I'm trading it. ES is beautiful right now. NQ is not doing bad, but same thing here. We traded into discount this morning at this leg. We swept out these lows, which is what I wanted to see, this opening candle. And then from there, we end up ripping through the point of control. And we kind of had some trouble at this value high here, as you see, for a good part of the morning. We've been holding below it. But because of what I just explained on NQ, or I'm sorry, on ES, I'm still confident in this trade. The fact that we didn't see some explosive move down off this level, um, it's giving me confidence that we're going to take these relative equal highs out first. If we do see a move down, I don't think we're taking these lows out. It may just be back into discount, but I don't think that happens until we take these highs out. I'm pretty confident in it. And even if we did decide to trade back into discount, again, I'm confident in this buy model based off of everything I just explained to you. And I'm leveraging in a way where I'm protected. Yes, this is a one-to-one risk to reward trade, but I have a very high win percentage, so I'm setting myself up to be able to risk a one-to-one. Um, if this trade, if NQ ends up seeing a move down here, because of what I just explained to you guys, like I'm not going to say there's no way because it's a stock market and we don't know what it's going to do in reality, but based off of all the data I have right now, there's no way we're making new lows here. Like this is a typical picture perfect buy model. Um, I'm super confident in this. Super confident. Um, I just hope Top Step they're closing their platform early today. I think 11:30 because of Labor Day. I just hope that doesn't happen before this move happens. But yeah, I'm expecting tomorrow and the rest of this week some pretty bullish price action. I want to see this thing. If we go back to the 4 hour here on NQ, let's see here. Mark this out. So we're in discount. I'm wanting to see NQ complete this buy model. Um, Deep discount off this leg, making it move, not a move higher, but a decent move up. Then we're trading a discount off this leg. It's only a matter of time before NQ explodes. Um, I'm not saying it's going to happen this week or even next week, but I at least want to see these highs get taken, um, you know, and then from there, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But go back down here. Let's see what's going on with this trade. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a move down off this value high. Um, let's see here. Wanted to see when Top Step was closing their platform. Not sure when. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna hop off here, and once this trade's complete, I'm gonna get back on and give y'all an update. All right, guys. So it looks like our TP's fixing to get hit here. But while we're waiting on that, something I've seen in Discord, our Discord community, a lot of you guys are overwhelmed with the order flow stuff. So I know I went on kind of a kick with order flow end of last year, beginning of this year. Um, and I still believe in order flow. Like I'm still going to use it. I haven't been able to here recently because I've been trading a lot on the go. Haven't actually been at my setup at home. Um, but I'm fixing to start incorporating it again. But what I was gonna say on it, like don't even use order flow until you've mastered the basics, price action. Like I became profitable using price action. Price action is all I'm using right now. You don't need order flow. It's not a requirement. it's very useful and it's very helpful if you understand and know how to use it and know what you're looking at. But if you don't understand it and you're trying to incorporate it into your trading, it's gonna be a disaster, especially if you haven't even mastered the basics yet. You should be able to, what I broke down just now for you guys, like you should be able to do that and find that and pick the market apart and just use auction market theory and price action and just overall market structure, discount and premium. Use those things to become profitable. Like you should be able to do that. If you can't even get those right, then you're not going to be able to understand and actually use order flow how it is intended to be used. So we just hit our take profit, $1,000 on a day or 968, close enough. So a good day. Took those highs out. At this point, I don't care what the market does. I'll get on in the morning and I'll see how we open up. I'm probably going to have the same bias on the bigger time frame. I don't see much changing between now and tomorrow morning. But as far as my entry and my model, I'll figure that out in the morning. But that was it, guys. That's today. What I was saying before, price action, I believe it's king. You don't need order flow. Order flow can help you if you understand it. So be learning it and be, trying to understand it on the back end. But as far as your trading goes, focus on what I just said. And then once you're comfortable with order flow, start slowly incorporating it. That's what I did. Like I've always traded price action. End of last year, I discovered the volume profile stuff. Started with that, super simple. And you can incorporate that into your price action model, like just marking out the ranges I tell you guys to mark out. That's very simple and basic. But when you get to footprint charts, reading the delta, reading book map, things like that, that's a little bit more advanced and it's not a requirement to become profitable. So focus on the basics. Once you have that figured out, then start adding into order flow if you want to. Again, you don't even have to, but it does help if you understand it. It's definitely worth looking into. But yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. If you guys want to see me cover any specific topics, questions you guys have, whatever, just leave it in the comments. I need some ideas, to be honest. I'm probably just going to record trade recaps. Each trade that I take, record the recap because that's teaching you guys what I'm doing because it's actually what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and then as I get ideas and feedback from you guys, I'll start doing some different topics and things like that. So hope you all enjoyed it. We have a free Discord community link in the description. Join that. I'm on there usually at least once a day. So if you have any questions for me, you can also, ask them in there and I'll do the best I can. And then follow me on Instagram. I have a trading specific Instagram for this channel in the description. I post all my trades on there, trade recaps, things like that. There's more content to come. So that's it, guys. Hope you all have a good week, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.